Weiss.
Here.
Tiller.
Here.
Wolf.
Here.
Gibbons.
Here.
Harrington.
Here.
Bucher.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
All rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item agenda 1, consent agenda. Approve this agenda and pay the claims as submitted. Larry and Dale.
Harrington.
Yes.
Bucher.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Tiller.
Yes.
Wolf.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item agenda 2, approve the minutes of the June 18th, 2024 regular city council meeting. Trent moves and Corey seconds.
Johnson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Tiller.
Yes.
Wolf.
Abstain.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
And Bucher.
Yes.
Item agenda 3, public forum. This is for non-agenda items. Do we have anybody this evening? Okay, I will close the public forum. Item agenda 4, consider the Holdridge Area Public Library budget presentation and request.
Hello, my
Good
name is
evening.
Diana Urbon, and I'm here representing the library. I have some handouts here that I need. Looks like big one. I got one for you, Chris, and one for you, Dave. If you wanted to, yeah, kind of follow along. So once again, my name is Diana Urbon. I'm representing the Holdridge Area Public Library. Mike Burris was our library director, and he resigned his position, and his last day was June 7th. And I was appointed the interim director by the library board on June 12th. And before Mike left, he prepared this budget, so I'll try to explain it the best that I can. He did highlight items on the proposal. On the income budget page, the library is asking the city to consider a 3% increase from last fiscal year. And then down further, he increased the transfers in line, which would be us dipping into our cash reserves to cover expenses if necessary. On the back side is the expenses. And the increased budget lines include salaries, Social Security, retirement. About halfway down the page, our audit line increase due to our auditors that we've had for years. They stopped doing business, so we had to find a new auditing company. That's what they charge us to do it. Below that is our liability insurance line, which he didn't really allow enough. I just paid that 2 weeks ago, and it was $18,000. So he was a little off on that. Below that is OCLC, and that's our online cataloging system. We increased that. We pay that annually. Below that is our children's and adult programming accounts that he increased. Our programming has just really skyrocketed, and we've had great attendance, so we're really pleased about that. And then down towards the bottom, he increased our miscellaneous line by $200. The lines that he decreased is back up towards the top. Account 5050 is the consulting line, which may end up going up because this is for our IT. This is our IT line, and I do not know anything about that. And Mike did, so he lowered that thinking probably that he was still going to be here. But so that line will probably increase because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. And then down towards like the 2/3 the way down the page, he did lower our electricity expense because the city, bless your hearts, installed new LED lighting in the library, and he's just going by actual cost of last fiscal year of what it cost us. Any questions on those? Okay, the next page, I kind of wanted to just let you know that we have been applying for different grants and local sponsorship donations to the library. And Sierra Burrows is our circulation manager and our program director. And she went into great detail on the following 2 pages about the grants and sponsorships that we received last fiscal year. And I also wanted to mention that the library itself received grants from Give to Grow, the Community Impact Fund grant, and a Phelps Memorial Foundation grant. And so our total grant income for last fiscal year was $18,834.83.
Was that grant number, was that high, low?
It's extremely high from what, we've had in the past. Yeah, it's probably more than double what we received in the past. And then on the last page, I wanted to include the list of the library board members, of the city members listed. Cassie Ehrenberg is going to be our library board president for our fiscal year. And then the county, they're missing 1 seat, and they are in the process of getting that filled.
Do you have any idea where your cash reserves are sitting at?
I do not. It's over 200,000 right now. I know, I just don't know the exact amount.
That's an not designated money? Is that what
That's our reserves money.
Not designated for something specific on this chart.
Right.
And that doesn't count money that's like at the foundation or anything, correct?
That is correct. That money is separate.
Yes.
This grant money, is it kind of, how is that dispersed? Just particular programs or?
We have to apply for it. I mean, if there's a grant that we find that the library is able to apply for, we do it. We can't use it for operating expenses. And whoever we apply for the grant from, they send us a check.
And is that included in the reserve money, or is that separate and there's a pot sitting somewhere?
It's in our cash reserves, yeah.
Okay.
So overall, about just a little under 3.5% increase over last year. Overall.
I think, yes,
Okay.
yeah. I think he said 3%, but it could be a little over.
Between 3 and 3.5%. All right.
I know this is on the budget. Is this the time at all to ask in regard to what's happening with any library?
This is not the time, no.
Not the time.
Mm-mm.
Any other questions? Concerns?
I'm just wondering if it'll fit inside of our
It should. We haven't got through the budget that far yet. So I think what you can do is accept this number and we can do the best we can to get to that close, that number.
If we can, yeah,
Right,
we do the best we can.
yes. That's kind of what we do every year.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve by Ben and Dale seconds.
Thank you.
Smith,
Thank you.
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbon,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you. Item 5, consider the Holdridge Area Chamber of Commerce budget request.
She wasn't gonna attend tonight. She just wanted to get that letter
Okay.
like she's done in the past.
Okay. We'll go from there.
Put it to the council and if there again, like we've done in the past, we accept that. And then we
Do the best we can.
do the best we can.
All right, exactly. Okay, Ben and Nick.
Smith,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbon,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you. Item agenda 6, adopt resolution 2024-5, establishing rules and revising the schedule of fees for using Prairie Hill landfill.
Good evening. I am here to request as a resolution to raise the rates at the landfill. We are currently on a loan from CAP with a dozer. Our compactor, long story short, it's approximately about $425,000 just to repair. We are already about $20,000 into it, and the total cost to repair it, the front differential is $30,000. If we repair that, CAT will give us $24,000 for the machine. So that offsets, instead of the $20,000 bill, we'll have a $6,000 bill. Then to buy a new compactor, they do have one that we may be able to get by November, and annual lease payments are $106,000. So when interpreting the new rates at the landfill, I interpolated our payment within that, and currently, after talking to Mary, we're $200,000 in the red out there. We cannot operate in the red in this time and era. We're going to need a loader. As soon as we get the compactor paid off, we're going to need a loader also. So the rates that I am going to propose are to give us money for payment, hopefully get us out of the red and give us money for a payment for the machine. The payment is approximately $106,000 for 5 years, with a lump sum payment of $190,000 after 5 years. They do have the option to take it back, and then we start this process all over if we still go that rate. But currently, landfill rates are $41 a ton for garbage, and I'm asking for $46 a ton. Construction and demolition is $39, and I'm requesting $43. We want to go straight across the board with asbestos for $100 a ton. Contaminated soil at $70 a ton, and the public would be $18. And then our tires would be $270 a ton, and then appliances and mattresses would be $20 a piece. We are applying for a tire grant this year. It's got to be in, I think, by August 1st or September 1st, and they do not award those till the following spring. We usually get one about every 2 years. We're required by the Nebraska Department of Environmental Energy. We can only have approximately 500 tire units. They don't call them tires themselves, they're called tire units. So if the bigger the tire, the more units it is. So, and we can only have 500 in the pile out there. So we've been having to pay 2 companies out of Kansas to come pick them up periodically. So we want to make sure that this figure is high enough that we're covering our costs on those too. But those are my figures.
And the landfill is an enterprise fund, which means it has to support itself.
Yep.
And it hasn't been supporting itself the last several years. And, you know, our really option is either we close it or we raise the rate so we can get where we need to be. I mean, honestly, to be blunt about it. It's, yeah, $200,000 in the hole, and we're not gaining any ground on that. We have not. In the last
2 years ago, you raised the rates, and
we didn't raise them enough at that point. They did half of an increase at that point, and we did not get enough to get out of the hole. We're still negative.
did it help?
It did help some, but we're still running in the hole. Fuel costs go up, everything goes up.
I understand that completely.
Yeah, fuel costs, insurance, everything else that we have to pay for. So
2 years ago, that was the rate increase was to purchase the packer for them at that point in time to help with that
Yeah, and we never got it bought.
then. And now the price of everything's gone up so high after that.
Well, we think we got a pretty good price on this compact.
we got a better price on the Packer now than we did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We honestly did.
Yeah.
Will this sustain in the future then, not to have to raise again?
That's why I'm trying to go this a little bit higher than initial. You're right. I'm hoping that we won't have to raise them in quite a while then.
But as you know, fuel costs go up, insurance costs go up, labor goes
Yeah.
up. I mean, it's probably going to go up again sometime, but we don't know when.
Right.
Just interrupt real quickly. Can I ask who's speaking back
I'm Rick Blotter with South Central
Okay,
Sanitation. We're
Thank
one of your customers out there at the landfill, and we see the mess daily out there.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
frustrations and the fights they have to go
Yeah.
through.
Thank you. I just wanted to get your name on the record, please. Thank you. So, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna ask about, I'm looking at the prices for individual tires, are those increased from last year as well?
Correct. They've increased too.
How much of an increase have those taken, you know, I'm sorry.
It used to be $5 a tire, didn't it?
$5 for the small ones. They're going to 10. 17 to 22 was 10. They're going to 15, and the large ones were 25, and they're going to 30.
So it's none of them are ridiculous.
Not too bad, but that's why we want to have this tire grant so we can. And it's usually a 100% covered for all the tire fees. So
And then the minimum charge went up also.
minimum charge is $18, but there's a $2 scale fee, so it becomes $20.
And we probably have how many loads of tires go out here?
We just had 2 loads go out 2 weeks ago.
We send a load out probably every other month or every third month.
Correct.
And it costs us $250 some a ton to send that out. And that's not counting our labor to load or anything.
You have a question behind you.
Can we speak to anything else out of the landfill with the expenses?
Sure.
My name's Jolene Kluver. I'm also owner with Craig in the business. We were here 2 years ago. I don't know if most of you remember when the rates went up. We came at that time, and then we were told the increase was to purchase a compactor. We all know COVID and what that did to equipment and everything. It's affected us directly too. Our major concern at this point is the safety out there. We understand rates are going to increase. There's been some pretty significant issues that have happened out there. I don't know if any of you on the council are aware of that. But we're concerned for the safety of our drivers and for our equipment that we take out there. So, I don't know if anyone has been out there recently to see the condition of it, but it has not been good. Obviously, the rain last night exasperated that. But even before all of this significant rainfall we've had, it's been pretty unsafe conditions out there, not only for our employees, but for you guys as city employees too. So.
Could you, I'd be so bold as to ask that you elaborate?
It's
Well,
a struggle day.
It's the
Part of
equipment.
it is they don't have the manpower, the equipment to do their job, and that's what's been very frustrating for us too. That 2 years ago they said they were going to get a packer, and
Cause they were having them issues then, because
Today,
obviously when it's wore out, and they can't do their job.
Right.
today we had an employee sit there for an hour and 20 minutes and wait before he could dump because nothing had been done to prepare for the rain. And then we had at least 2 trucks that I know of get stuck today. I don't know if other companies did as well.
Okay. What is our protocol for getting trucks unstuck? They happen to get stuck there. Do we have anything? Just undo the loader, pull them out?
Yeah.
The loader ain't gonna pull them out.
We've got a dozer out there
The
now.
dozer, and then the dozer was broke today too, so that didn't help any.
I have pictures of the truck from this morning, but I mean, the truck sank. So,
Is that out at inside the pile and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm always like, how come you guys don't put some rock or something down days before it rains? You know, we could be dumping the same spot for months, and it's gonna rain, it's never asked it. I just treat the roads solid well beforehand, and, cause we're in there, the same spot every day, and then when it rains, they don't have any equipment to do anything, because they got a loader with 4 slip tires and no power, they don't have a packer anymore, the dozer was broke today, they couldn't even put the blade down. I don't know if there's other resources they can go after, the attitudes of the employees are gotten worse, because they don't have equipment, and they're fighting it, and it's just a vicious circle, you know, we get mad at them, 'cause they're not doing nothing.
As much as we don't want to increase prices, you're saying it's a must because we need the equipment.
Yeah,
Sure.
and that was our
As long
thoughts
as
2
it
years
gets
ago.
bought, I mean, 2 years ago, we were told it was gonna get bought, but I never,
We've invested a lot of our money recently in equipment. I don't know if anyone notices, but we have pretty new equipment, and that's for the safety of our employees. So,
it does get very frustrating. I mean, we're spending $200,000 a year out there at the landfill, and yet when you know you're spending that kind of money and you're not getting any benefit out of it.
Have you voiced your concerns before? Have
Oh,
you been
yeah.
in to talk to anybody?
yeah, we've been into
That was
this,
2 years ago, and
we've
we
been into
pull
the
all
city
the-
office too.
problems, but it's, they need help, we need help, you know, when you start spending 20-30 minutes extra, 5 trucks a day, that's a lot of money we're paying our employees, our trucks sitting out there idle on top of it all, because things aren't getting done. And when we're told something was gonna happen 2 years ago, and we're still living it 2 years later, I mean, it's, I don't care about the increase, but do it. I mean, like I said, 2 years ago we were told, but it didn't happen. That's
good to
what's
hear.
really frustrating.
Thank you for that.
One other thing, holidays have also been an issue. I don't believe you guys have a policy as to closures for holidays. We would like to see that so that way we know when holiday closures are. He was told that June 19th that they were gonna be closed by John. And then we found out the day afterwards that they were not closed. Yet we had redone everything. We had 2 employees not coming to work that day. They were open. We weren't notified of that. And we had all of our routes planned. On Monday, late morning, we were told that now they're closed on Friday this week as well.
We were told they were gonna be open for over a month.
He had clarified that as well, and he said that they were gonna be closed the 4th, open the 5th. So if there could be a holiday policy in the future, that would be great.
First of the year, so we know exactly, so.
And Friday I use this floating holiday for the employees, kind of as a token of appreciation for what they do throughout the year. We're gonna be on a skeleton crew anyway, very skeleton crew, vacations. So
Is it open on Saturday morning?
it'll be open on Saturday.
I have one question. I can understand some of your other frustrations with it muddy and that kind of stuff. But what is the danger to your drivers? Or
They're getting out of the,
I'm not
well,
sure.
the trucks, they have to go out and then they are backing over trash. So we've had several employees get hurt out there. We've lost, I don't know how many tires because again, they have to back over all of the trash. So we're catching all sorts of lumber and steel and all sorts of things in the tires. And we had one employee that had metal go on his leg. So there's a lot of dangers out there.
You're slipping and sliding, you can't control that truck which way it's going.
Right.
And you're trying to guide it in between stuff. Right now, they even have a dirt dozer stuck out there. And we were trying to dump next to that yesterday, and the trucks are sliding towards that, and it's like,
A lot of this will probably be taken care of once we get that compactor, so we'll have a lot more.
it would
around there.
definitely help, and I hope it helps the attitudes of the employees too, of wanting to be able to get their job done without having to fight it every day.
Okay.
And
It's all great feedback. We don't know if you guys don't come in and let us know,
Right,
so.
I mean, as long as it gets done,
Thank you
do
for
it. Like I
being
said, 2 years ago, this is frustrating, fighting it for another 2 years because it didn't happen. And yes, they need a loader too, it's shot. I mean, everything they have out there is shot. But, I mean, it's just, you sit there and you think of the revenue that should be getting produced out there.
Well, not when it's already in the hole, and it's been in the hole for so long. Like, we fought this 2 years ago, we fought the increase as long as we could, but, you know, this is the exact situation we were trying to prevent, so.
I think when I started, we were over $400,000 in the hole.
That's right.
So, I mean, we've chipped away at it, and we understand your guys' frustration, it's hard for you guys too, but we're clawing away at it, and it seems like with Kim's changes now, we should be able to get there. And so hopefully that'll make it easier on your guys' end too.
Cause now, rates are gonna be higher than Hastings or Kearney.
Also.
We've talked before about going to Hastings with our waste.
And we understand.
Anything else? I will accept a motion. Trent
I'll say.
and Nick, thank you.
Johnson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Weeks,
Yes.
Teller,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Gibbon,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
Bucher.
Yes.
Thank you. Open discussion. Let's start with Dane today, please.
Okay, I'm good.
Chris?
I put in my notes about Hill Street. I don't know if you've any of you gone up and looked at it.
Flooding?
But yes, it's a dam. It's not a flood. It's a dam.
That was not.
So we're out shooting it on Friday. The surveyors were to verify the elevations and things. I mean, they know there's a problem, but they're trying to figure out where the problem came from. So hopefully I'll have an answer the next day or two and we can get that rectified. So everything else drains. I mean, the cul-de-sacs drain nice, but that dam on the south end is just holding up issues. So all I got.
Kim, do you have anything?
I did get a report from the hospital. They want to have a free swimming day on the 11th, and they just want us to keep track. And if it's less than $100, they'll donate $100 to us. So.
Thank you. Chief?
Corey, I'm gonna get back to that.
Okay.
On that, so I have something concrete. Other than that, not too much.
Okay. Thank you. Yep.
Nothing from me?
Larry?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well,
No, thank you.
Nick?
I just want to say welcome, Doug. Good to see you again. That's all I have.
Oh, yeah, you thought you could sneak in and we weren't gonna
Get 'em on
notice.
record.
Yeah.
Nice change on the furniture.
Well, my issue was addressed.
Neil? I have nothing for this evening.